Who is hiring? What is going on with all your dream companies? The Amazon, the Google, the Meta, the Apple, the startup. My name is Holly Lee. I'm a certified coach. I spent 7 years at Amazon. I worked for Google and a lot of these big tech companies. So my passion is to develop a full coaching or career transition to get you interview ready through my VIP coaching, and the success rate in there, that is if you do the work, right? It's actually at 90%. That is correct. I've helped over 600 people since the pandemic. If you're truly new, you don't know who I am, smash that subscribe button. I want to share what is real time, as in an article that's coming up as early as January 2023, not going too much on what had happened in November and specifically December on the layoff with the FAANG employer. So I really wanted to know what's going on with Amazon. I know that they cut in the last 28 years of their history, and I was with them for 7 years. I have never once hear about layoff or like cut or anything like that. So I was really surprised, especially when they were doing it in consumer, which is right here. Let me highlight this, Amazon retail, because retail is a money making engine, which is why .com never breaks and never fall apart. Everything is around retail, and that's like the number one thing, even way before AWS blew up and generated revenue. So I was really shocked when I heard that. I knew that Amazon probably will hold off most of their hiring until 2023. So if you miss what is going on in November, December, 10,000 corporate employees. Corporate employees does not include warehouse associates, fulfillment, or anything like that. These are full-time salary employees, okay? About 3% of the company's office staff. That's really big in an Amazon standard, because Amazon has, the last time I checked, which is a year ago, was 350,000 employees plus hourly employee. Corporate, I think they're about, the last time I checked again, is about 180,000. So you guys do the math, okay? From a company that has survived for 28 years without any noise level of layoffs or hiring freezes. Hiring freeze means a lot. Amazon doesn't freak out. It's not an organization where they would freak out. So this is a lot for Amazon, okay? Is Amazon rescinding offer? The definition of rescinding is taking back a job offer. Yes. Amazon is not the only company that does that, okay? Companies like Google, for example, if they give you a job offer, they either push back the start date until January, end of January. This is just coming from my VIP coaching clients or member per se. These are real actual data from actual clients, okay? If you're interested, I would follow Amazon over any other employer, and let me tell you guys why, okay? Because if Amazon is going through a hiring freeze or anything like that, the odds are other employers are in a really bad shape. Because Amazon is the one employer who doesn't believe in freezes, but everyone else had for decades and decades. So that's a little bit of Amazon. I want to go very quick right now in the analytics insight of after the holidays, big tech layoffs around the globe set to begin. Don't freak out, guys. How am I going to share the data where people are not going to get freaked out? So after the holiday, here's what's going on. Right here is as early 2023, Google and Amazon plan to let go thousands of workers. Employee performance is already being evaluated by Google using its Google review development system. Same thing with all the companies, right? All the company has their own. So let's just pause there for one quick second. Again, do not freak out. They're not laying off or getting rid of employee just to get rid of employee. I think that a lot of these organizations are going through a phase where Google, for example, they really don't believe in firing employees. I know, I was with them for 2 years, okay? It takes a lot to be evaluated by Google, because Google is the one organization that focuses on employee happiness. Okay, that means that even if you don't perform at all, they give you so many opportunities. I think they're looking at a lot of the folks who are on the leadership scale, who's been there for a while. Are they really growing? Are they productive? What exactly are they doing? There's a lot of information I'm getting with even insider at these FAANG companies, and I can't, of course, I'm not going to call people out. And also those who have recently joined in the last year or two, are they actually performing? That's why you're seeing a lot of the companies like Google and Amazon. I'm pretty sure other companies, all sizes, are doing the same thing. If they are to cut costs because it's so unpredictable since 2020, okay? Now that we're moving into 2023, how are we going to save costs or cut costs? Well, let's look at who's not performing. I don't want to say that if you're recently affected by the pandemic. I'm not saying or calling you out. I'm just calling spade at spade, okay? The odds are they wanted to evaluate in your performance and what you've done. If you're being consistent, those are the people that are going to cut. I know that Meta went through similar things back in, I would say, end of November or so. Same thing, right? It's the number one common thing. If you ask hiring managers or folks who are very seasoned in the recruiting space or recruiting leadership like myself, that's the first thing we looked at. Is how long have you been with us? Comparing the senior folks and the folks who recently have been there at the same level, are they really performing? Also, before you let someone go or putting them into a performance improvement plan as leadership or as an organization, have you done the best that you can to set that employee up to be successful? If not, because we're going through a recession, the employee can literally turn back and sue you, okay? I don't want to get too deep into that topic, but just to give you guys a little bit more meat on it, okay? Expects fire around 6% of its full-time employee under new structure. And this article came out, I just want to prove a point right here, okay? Yesterday. I hear a lot of start date getting pushed back to mid to the end of January for those who have interviewed in Q3 for Google. I know that a lot of the consultant who's been at Google for even 2 years did not get their contract renewed or a conversion to full time. I'm not saying this to rat any employer out. I'm just giving you facts. Let's talk about Meta, Salesforce, Amazon.com recently made layoff intention, and it doesn't really seem like a lot of that is going to change any moment now, okay? I have not seen anything on the news, and I spend a lot of times, guys, researching for you so I can come back with you. I was literally texting all of my buddies in all these companies just to see what is going on because I wanted to provide raw data to you. But week over week and every Tuesday in my live coaching, this is what I will do is to give you an update first before anything else, okay? But in general, according to Frontbase, the US tech industry lost more than 91,000 workers as a result back in 2022. So this is 7 big tech companies hiring into 2023. Although a lot of this is US focused, but a lot of these organizations are international as well. PayPal minimum layoff this year. It seems like I haven't heard a whole lot about PayPal holding off the headcount for 2023 with a huge number of location is listing across US. ByteDance, I've never heard of them, is a Chinese-owned parent company of TikTok. I would look at it. I know a lot of folks who are interviewing at Amazon and the offer got rescinded or held back or taken back, or they were told that they can't start until 2 months or 3 months later. So my advice to those is don't wait to start months down the road when things are so unpredictable. If your heart is to work for like Amazon or whatever company of your choice, also keep your options open. Don't shut that door because you don't know what's coming, right, guys? So do not shut that door, okay? Let's move on to Microsoft. It looks like the future looks pretty positive for Microsoft, and that's similar to what I'm hearing from the folks that I've been there. So Adobe, Apple, it's good to know that there's another FAANG company that is here. I haven't heard a whole lot about the Apple layoff. Apple has actually been pretty quiet. So Apple is pausing hiring for many jobs outside of research and development. So they are committed to diversity and inclusion, which is excellent. A lot of companies right now, when they do have open road, they should be more selective and start focusing on rather than the 15 or 18% standard for a lot of these companies to bring in diversity. So what on earth is diversity? Diversity meaning I actually made a video on diversity. You guys could go check it out and I'll leave the link somewhere here. So it's really good to see companies like Apple really honing in and focusing on diversity. There is Duolingo, 51% daily active user growth. This is excellent because during this time, I'm going to say they're a startup. I've never heard of them before or mid-sized company, right? It seems like the company is still growing 51% daily. That's a great thing. Roblox, I heard a lot of great things about Roblox lately. Their net revenue went up 2% year on year, booking up to 10% according to the third quarter result. That's probably why they have opportunities now. And guys, a lot of these opportunities have remote position based on the website that I just shared with Crunchbase. If you look at a lot of those organizations like PayPal, Adobe, even the smaller organization, they do have global company. Again, guys, a lot of these employers have remote opportunities, correct? So don't look at, what is this company? Why am I interested? Don't shut down future opportunity just because of that. You may end up falling in love with the role, with the team, with the company, or even if you have to relocate, but the company's going to pay for everything, right? What I'm trying to tell you that in 2023, I want you all to expand your awareness and be open to opportunities that's knocking on your door. The last thing I want you guys to do is to feel that, to bring all that negativity and anxiety of getting laid off or afraid to get laid off. I'm not having any growth. Oh my God, my company is slowing down. Rather than thinking of all of that, focus and change that, because I do believe the universe is going to align you with what is next for you. I am never afraid to be laid off or to have something ended, because I know for a fact there's always a reason why it is. It's only temporarily, right? You have experiences. Even if you're fresh grad out of college, you got a college degree. Why are you stressing out? Even if you have a couple years of industry experience, there's a lot of employer who may not want to focus on those senior or leadership role. They want to hire someone who's more junior or mid-level. And for those of you who have a lot of experience on a principal level or executive, find the right employer who has a need for your skills and what you're bringing on the table. And I think where you needed me most is, one, build that confidence up, okay? Build that confidence up. Do not let that shatter your spirit, your beautiful smile. Do not shut that off, because there are so many opportunities out there. There are still a lot of open position. Don't be so stuck on, I want to work for Google, I want to work for M. Oh my God. Calm down, okay? The last thing you should be doing is applying for a job or taking interview when you're not calmed down. Work on regaining your confidence by what? Evaluating your CV, your resume, and your LinkedIn profile. Are you really showing up the way that you should? The answer is no. I say that with a lot of confidence, guys, because I've been doing this for 26 years. The last 4 years, I work with all levels up to VP. And when I look at their CV, I'm like, what is this? No wonder you've been a VP for all these years. You're never going to be an SVP, because I don't even understand what you've done. So make sure you fix your branding. Don't complain about it. No one wants to hear it. You want to rebuild your confidence. You want to be noticed by those employers. You need to fix where you are right now. Your environment, your energy level is pushing you down. If whatever you're doing ain't working, why do you keep on doing it? Try a new methods. Be creative. Think outside of the box. And then before you know it, you are going to get so many job offers, guys. I have been through recessions before. I helped a lot of people. Remember COVID? Just 2020 alone, there were over 3,000 people who landed a job for free just out of my YouTube coaching, because during the entire, since February 2020, I was live streaming twice a week for free and answering all of your questions. I was so obsessed with you guys because you were obsessed with me. You want help. And I saw that. I reviewed all of your answers for free right here on my channel. Okay. So if you haven't already, make sure you smash that subscribe button, because I really do want to build a loyal fan base. And I look forward in seeing you guys every Tuesday. Have a good one and Happy New Year's.